Hello everyone. Yes, this is me. I'm trying a new system. Everybody have a drink right now. Gonna have try a new system. Give me at least 2 minutes before you skip the video. First, I'm trying this differently. It's like a little podcast style. Mostly gonna be talking about maybe two or three things. Keep it nice and short. Why is it that I do YouTube? It's not to make money, as you can see, and it's not really for any type of any other thing besides just me kind of enjoy getting out of my realm in a sense. So yeah, I do YouTube basically because I'm an introvert and I work in ways to get myself out of that introvert way, in a sense. Maybe this right here is not the best example because this is probably more what an introvert would do, just do a podcast. But I am just trying this out. So first, okay, yes, I am an introvert. I am a chef, and I probably not the only chef, of course not. There's many chefs, many people in the back of the house that are introverts. I just choose to kind of do this to kind of work out of that shell, in a sense. I guess I would consider myself a little awkward sometimes, uh, in social settings, if you want to say. Social settings is definitely not where I thrive, if you want to put it lightly. Definitely don't thrive in social settings, but this is the reason why I'm doing this, and I just try to get myself more comfortable to get out of that shell. So I think most people that work in the back of the house, I don't want to say all of them because there are people in the back of the house, meaning the kitchen, that are not introvert and they're really out there. And good for them. I have no problem. But the majority that I work with, we all tend to be very introvert. Me, I don't see a problem with it necessarily, but I always wanted to be the person that was not the introvert, the one that was always out there, the one that was able to kind of have the gift to gab, be able to speak in a split second and say the right things right away. And I usually have to, in a sense, think about it before I speak. And this is one of those things that I actually prefer that about myself. And at the same time, I hate it. And I'll tell you why. Because I hate it because not being able to really say what I want to say right away, it's irritating, it's frustrating, and sometimes you really just want to have a comeback right away. And I feel like if I don't sit back and think about it, I'm just gonna regret it. I'm gonna be, because it has happened, and this is from experience. I've said something, try to be, I guess, quick with it, and I'm like, that's not really what I wanted to say, and well, it's too late now. So I definitely do better. Like if I get a project, that's why I work with lists and I get myself organized, and I work way better that way. So as you can see a lot with the YouTube, I don't do it that way because I'm trying to work out of my comfort zone. So I don't know, maybe if I were to do the whole uh preparing, I'll prepare a lot before I do the video. Don't get me wrong, I do some preparing, but I don't do as much, just because I, in my daily life, my work, I do mostly a lot of preparing, very much. So I try to do this a little bit differently. But the one thing I do enjoy about being, at least not an introvert, just being myself, is that I usually, if I get something and I get to think about it and I give an answer later, I'm usually happy with that answer. And I'm usually, I'll stick by it. Like I'm more confident. It's one of those things that if I don't, and I speak and try to be uh give a straight answer right away, is one of those things that I most likely will say something or miss something, not necessarily say something, just not give all the information that I wanted to give. That's the other thing too. But when I have a little time to prep, I could definitely answer someone more professional, more complete answer, and I feel much better. So this right here, again, I'm trying it, and this is, I guess, for hopefully other people that hear it, that the introverts, you know, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert. There's nothing wrong with being awkward. I really do feel like I'm awkward. I mean, I had a example today. I had customers at my restaurant. They wanted to speak to me. They enjoyed everything, and I went out to speak to them. And it's just like, you want to give them a nice response or something, and I feel like I botched up the response. I don't know why. Just give them a weird response, and I'm like, this is awkward. Why? And this is a good situation, and it doesn't necessarily matter if it's a good or bad situation. It's just sometimes you just don't, not even sometimes, most of the time, I just don't have the gift of gab. Like, I would say I'm jealous of people that could just talk shit, in a sense, just talk, and like, just without really, like, the shit that just comes out of their mouth right away, and without really, it's not even that they're thinking. I guess they're just programmed in a sense that it's just more comfortable. I think I have the same ideas, but my uncomfortableness it kind of blocks me from being able to, say what I want to say right away, or it kind of blocks what I'm thinking at that point. So, again, I'm saying maybe someone that's introvert hears this, and maybe they have any suggestions or any advice that maybe they have done to get out of the shell, or maybe sometimes they don't want to get out of the shell. I'm not saying you have to get out of the shell. I'm just saying, for myself, I do. I want to be able to speak a little faster, in a sense, or just be more comfortable in social settings. And I don't know where it came from. I can't say I've always been like this. It's not a bad thing. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just explaining the reason why I did YouTube. And the other reason was because I have a restaurant, and I know people want to speak to me. And over the years, I've always had people wanting to speak to me. And it just always feels like I would say out of 5 times, maybe 2.5 times, 50% of the time, the interaction is excellent. And then you get that, I don't know, maybe 40% of the time that's just awkward. And I don't know why. I can't help it. It's just like one of those things. I can't help myself. I'm just awkward sometimes in social settings. It's like my mind gets blank for a little bit during the interaction. Very, very uncontrollable response in a sense. So again, I'm just trying this. This is a little different. I'm gonna put this in my. This is, again, if you listen to this, this is my other channel. I have another channel at Chef Venting. This is probably gonna be at Chef and Stuff, and that is it. All right, guys. Again, if you guys have any questions, or you want to, leave a comment, definitely do so. I'll definitely read them, and if it might even be able to make another video off of that. All right, guys. So peace. See you later.
Get out of the kitchen right now.